That's why I don't let opinions affect me.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake Indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the New York Jets. On the return, it's Tarik Cohen. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Bradford now to throw on first down. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's the first carry for Tarik Cohen. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. First, they go right back to Howard. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. This is Howard on second down. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Working out of the gun, Bradford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Tried the hard count, but to no avail.
Trying to do anything to get them to jump off sides and pick up a first down easily. Instead, it goes against them.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. From the shotgun, it's Bradford. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now a play fake here on first down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Henry Anderson in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They go play action. Now Bradford. Throw left side complete. It's Burton. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. They'll run forward with Tariq Cohen. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They've already gone for it and made it once on this opening drive. They're going to try it again on 4th down. Bradford. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. They go play action here on 1st down. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. The first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from the Motor City. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. This is Bilal Powell. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Faking the give. Darnold. On the crossing route. Complete. It's Anderson. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
This is the running back, Powell. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Because it's tough to make those quick cuts that you're used to making on a soggy track. In fact, the Hall of Fame runner once told me, cut on your heels in this type of weather. Gives you better balance.
Green 39. Green 39.
To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
319. 319.
Off of play action, Darnold. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. On 4th down, Darnold. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now it's a bootleg with Bradford. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Bradford. On the right side, this is Miller. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
On 1st and 10, Bradford. It's complete to Robinson. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. This is Cohen on the toss, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. To throw, Bradford. Caught by Nelson left side. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. First target, first catch, and a first down. Remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. Bradford in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Throwing, Bradford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Nelson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Bradford now. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Cohen. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. From the gun, Bradford. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. J.J. Nelson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears are in for 6. On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. Oh, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. Now it's Lucky Whitehead on the return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Jets set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Gone.
A play fake, and it's Darnold rolling to his left. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Give him 30 yards there. First down now, but the clock continues to move. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's no quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Gone! Set! Blue landed!
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Letting one go deep for a Nunwa. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
To the air again, Darnold. And he's got a Nunwa. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Whitehead, the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The second quarter score from KC. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Carry for Powell. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go.
Play action. It's Darnold. They'll roll him out right. And this is incomplete. The big tight end, Clive Walford, the intended target. And it's 3rd and 5. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Darnold down to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Again, it's Howard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The Bears on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. To throw is Bradford. Throw left side complete. That's Burton. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Bradford. That's to his running back, complete. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Bradford now, pretty remarkable. 14 of 15 through the air, only 1 incompletion, and another 1st and 10 here. Off the bootleg, Bradford. Eluding the, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Detroit! Detroit!
Now Glennon. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 19 on 3rd and 18, and that'll move the chains. Glennon. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the All-Pro, Navarro Bowman. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Hurry up, here we go.
Here's Powell. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They go again with Powell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
319.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Got his man, Isaiah Crowell. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal.
Lucky 56. Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now it's Darnold. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Clive Walford, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets can take the lead now with the extra point. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Glennon and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
first down. He'll drop to throw it. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Back now at Soldier Field. And we've got a dandy here. A one-point game as we begin the fourth. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Now back to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And that'll make it third down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
The offense on third down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
Here we go now.
Now Glennon off the play fake to Howard. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Leonard Williams in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. So out now come the Jets. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They start this with a run for Powell. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On second down, Darnold. He hits Jermaine Kearse. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
To throw on second down is Darnold. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
3-19.
They run with Powell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Here's Darnold now on second down. The grab made by Kearse over the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Green.
Powell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run. This is Powell. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They come out here in the I. They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit! Hey. Now let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Now Darnold. And this is caught. And that could
absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Elsewhere, they're on to the fourth quarter at MetLife Stadium. And the Giants are starting to pull away in that one. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. He's got him in. Complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. And even 40 yards. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. 30. 10. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. That's the story of the game. They've been
out-athleting them, which is often the case. But by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time, this was a defense that was well prepared.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. Elsewhere, Ford Field, they're into the fourth quarter now. The gap there has widened. The Seahawks just scored again. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign. This will be fielded at the 8. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 43 yards. They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys who's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator?